You are now tuned into Discussions with
Welcome to
Dena.
your daily discussion with Dena. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and feel free to join in this conversation. Now, are you still reeling from that Super Bowl performance? Did you enjoy the Super Bowl? Well, I missed it, and I missed it on purpose. But I did catch the repeat of the Super Bowl halftime show. In case you didn't know, foosball is the devil in my Bobby Boucher mama's voice. Now, as usual, there is still much conversation about the Super Bowl. It is not my cup of tea, but if it is your cup of tea, touche. But one interesting conversation that I am noticing that is happening as a result of the Super Bowl experience is the complete disdain from some non-black people over the Black National Anthem being sung at the Super Bowl. Now, the Black Anthem is a beautiful thing, but there are some Caucasians and others in particular that claim singing the Black National Anthem is racist and divisive. And I have to say that I find this completely laughable. And I almost caught myself doing this little thing like Little Richard. Shut up. Go on somewhere with that nonsense. Go sit down. I started seeing posts on Facebook where some stated that people actually booed Audrey Day for singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Are you serious? So after observing, listening, and even entertaining some opinions or views on this magnificent performance by Audrey Day, I just have to say, I think the only reason that anyone would find it offensive is that they themselves do not like the fact that we as Black people, presently the descendants of enslaved Black people here in America, have established something that they can't claim, something they can't take ownership for, something they can't control us or stop us from singing. Because we know the posture is always to deny ownership of anything that Black people, and I'm talking about here, the descendants of slaves, anything that we invent, anything that we initiate or uphold and call ours, people always have that think in their minds that they have a right to it, that it belongs to them, that we should contribute it to them. And this is no different. And why is that? Because this racist mentality that America is rooted in, this propaganda is still very much alive within many of us and many people. I'm not going to say us, but they won't admit to that fact. Now, what would qualify as racist would be the Star Spangled Banner from Francis Scott Key in its original third verse that has since been removed that glorifies the killing of slaves. And the verse is as follows: their blood has washed out their foul steps, pollution, no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. Francis Scott Key was a racist slaveholder who believed blacks were a distinct and inferior race of people. So no matter how you slice it, the question should be to us, how dare we stand and not sing our own Black anthem, especially knowing that this song that America calls its anthem was indeed conceived in hate. No matter how you pour sugar on it, it still stinks. Now, we are that same people that were denied basic human rights. There were legal laws in place in this country that forbade Black people from reading, writing, and even going so far as to classify a Black human being as 1/5 of a human. Who is that? That questioning? Someone's questioning racism in a song again? So you would have us to believe that the following lyrics are racist? Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. the harmonies of liberty. And now you would really like to believe that singing these words is racist and divisive? I think not. Let me invite you to go have several seats and think about why this so-called unracist America has a problem with even paying its former slaves and their descendants for the physical, mental, and years of legal discrimination and harm, denial of resources, and the continued denial of reparations. I think that would be a better discussion. Why is that so divisive? Why isn't that labeled racist? So we cannot heal or even begin the process of uniting as one people until the American government sincerely produces reparations to former slaves' descendants. If you still have a problem with the idea or the thought of Black descendants of slaves receiving cash payments, then perhaps it is you that should check your race card. That is the only way I could ever take anything said or initiated as being sincere when it comes to race, racism, or race relations here in America. It is when I see actual reparations and repairing in progress and being paid specifically to the descendants of those that were enslaved. And yes, that includes cash payments as well as other resources. Otherwise, as we say down here in the South, you're just whistling Dixie. Now tell me what you think about this topic of discussion. Do you think singing the national Black anthem is somehow racist or divisive? And tell me why. Subscribe and leave me your thoughts in the comments. Join me next time for another discussion with Dena. Ta-ta!
This concludes the Daily Discussions with Dena. Join us Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.